Alright, what's going on, guys? Got another breakdown for UFC 267. This one's on the prelims at featherweight. We got Zubaira Tukhugov taking on Ricardo Ramos. Ramos going to have 4-inch reach advantage, about an inch taller, 4 years younger. So I'll start with him. Coming off a solid win against Bill Algeo, which is a good bounce back win for him. Uh, if you're worried about his chin after that ground and pound knockout by Lerone Murphy, I wouldn't be. He took some clean shots from Algeo and just didn't seem too phased by it. It was an entertaining fight, and he got the job done. But against Murphy, he just kind of fell off the backpack position, ended up getting ground and pounded. It was unfortunate, but he had some success in that fight. And yeah, Ramos is a guy who's very well rounded. At one point there was some significant hype on him. People thought he was going to be really good. Both these guys pretty much are guys who are really trying to get that hype train back. More so in the case of Tuhugov because the hype train is a lot bigger. But yeah, Ramos was well regarded, still is, and he's very well rounded. He's a good rangy striker, uses his range. Not a ton of power on his shots, but he mixes it up well. Good leg kicks. He's good at point fighting, just scoring points, picking guys off from range. Pretty decent at fighting off of his back foot. Sneaky jujitsu. Not really a takedown guy though, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to threaten submissions off of his back, but he's got submission game and it is there. Like I don't think Tehuga is gonna be able to really hold him down if he wants to go that route. He doesn't typically, but uh the one thing I don't like about Hamza is sometimes he can gas himself out with some of these like spinning attacks and just little too extra on the kicks. And if they don't land, it's an easy way to tire yourself out. It's happened to him a couple times, but yeah, other than that, he's pretty solid. Um, I like his game, but with Tahugov, just uh, lot of pressure on him. I would say the pressure is more on him. Just that hype train used to be so big, and that loss against Dowdu was pretty disappointing for him. But you gotta give Dowdu a lot of credit. I went back and watched that fight. I picked Tahugov in that. I know a lot of people did, but watching it again for the second time, like and studying it, Dowdu was just staying in the pocket, man, and he was landing the heavier shots in these exchanges. And Tuhugov was, he's got heavy hands, and he was trading with him in the pocket, but he just wasn't taking a step back, and he was also chewing up that lead leg. Those leg kicks really added up. Tuhugov kind of heavy on that lead leg, and then also Tuhugov kind of a cardio issue. He's faded in a few of his fights. Though it should be noted in the Lerone Murphy fight, it was super hot in there, and Lerone Murphy was a big underdog, but we now know he's pretty good. But yeah, cardio has been a problem, and just by the end of that third round, Tuhugov kind of had nothing going for him. The lead leg was just battered, and he was tired, and he was just backing up, couldn't do anything. But I know that loss was a little disappointing, but I don't know. I think it was more you got to give credit to Dowdu. Just fought a great fight. But yeah, just the inactivity is a problem for Tuhugov. Missed a lot of time after the fence jumping incident after the McGregor fight, and then he comes back and he hasn't fought in a year or a little over a year. So it's a big spot for him, and stylistically, I think Tuhugov definitely has the power advantage. He's got a good fight IQ. A lot of these guys in this region do. They'll mix it up, take down if they have to. Not a good lot of top control, but he's good at getting the takedown. Open mat, double leg. He's pretty good. He's not like some of the other guys from this region with the top control, but it works in an MMA fight. He's good at mixing it in, and yeah, a lot of power. That Kevin Aguilar knockout hasn't aged super well because Aguilar didn't do too well in the UFC. I don't even know if he's cut because I never saw like an official notice on that, but yeah, he didn't get a win in the UFC, and a lot of guys have knocked out Kevin Aguilar, but he did knock him out clean, and the power is still there for Tuhugov. And I'll tell you, this is a fight that I just went back and forth on. There's not a lot of underdog value on this card, and I really wanted to pick Hamas. Like I did. Like he's got good point fighting ability, and if Tuhugov slows down, Hamas has gotten better as the fight goes on multiple times. So, I mean, at least in his last fight, looked pretty good doing that. But um, I don't know, man. I just think that Tuhugov's gonna get the better of these exchanges. I don't think he's gonna be able to take away that lead leg like Dawoodu did, and I don't think he's gonna be able to get his respect on the feet like Dawoodu did. And also, like The intangibles, man. I don't like to factor intangibles into my picks too much, but you got to think that the pressure for Tuhugov to win here is huge. You know, all of his boys are on this card. You know, these guys are hardcore about losing, man. Like Khabib's dad didn't even want to talk to their one cousin after he tapped. Like that just shows you. Like you know, he had Islam and Khabib in his corner that night. So if you lose two in a row when you're in that circle, like you know, they might not fuck with you anymore, man. So he's got to get this W here in Abu Dhabi, and I think he's going to be very motivated. And I think that the power is going to be the difference in this fight. I don't think Ramos is going to be able to really utilize his strengths, and it's mostly the power, man. If Ramos had some more power on his shots, I would like him in this spot. But just another spot where I wanted to go with the underdog, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. And if you look at the money line, I'm going to stick with that. This is going to be the smallest wager I make on this card because I think it's the most volatile fight that I'm betting. But yeah, the Tuhugov money line at -172 is not bad. You know, just cover yourself for all scenarios. But I do think Tuhugov by knockout has some value on it. Don't necessarily think it's going to happen, but there's just a clear power advantage here. And I think if Ramos can't get his respect, Tugov is eventually going to land something clean. Maybe land a counter because Ramos, like I said, just these ill-advised kicks sometimes leaves himself wide open and you know saps his own gas tank. So I'm gonna make a little sprinkle parlay. I am gonna make some extended parlays, 100%. Like I'll show you what I'm gonna do, but that type of Zubaira Tukhugov by KO is the type of thing that can really sweeten up a little $5 Hail Mary parlay. So yeah, we'll see what we can do with that. But yeah, I like Zubaira to Hugov in this one. Close fight though. If you're gonna pick Hamas, I couldn't hate. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Sure, subscribe and take it easy.